Good morning, good day, folks. So, I am continuing a new chapter that's called the power of mantras in Hinduism. So, normally when we say mantras, we say it's a praising our deities or our gods or our lords. But here, the prayers which are normally there in our religion and also in other faiths are quite different from the mantras what we have in Hinduism. That's what you have to know that. That's a very important angle. Normally, when you pray to God, even in our faith or other faith, they say, "Oh Father in heaven, please bless me." They're all prayers, requests, telling God or seeking help from the divine prayers. And also, you praise Him. Whereas the mantras are quite different. It is not really only that, but includes that means includes praising, includes requesting some boons, but also we have what is known as chandas in mantras. Now, what are chandas? There are 7 chandas: Gayatri, Ushnak, Anishtap, Brihati, Pankti, Drishtap, Jagati. Normally, this is a Sapta Swaras, we say Sapta Chandas. And why they are used? I told you we have to tune into those frequencies so that we can reach those satellite GPS outside this world, this earth, what we call, to seek some benefits for a comfortable life for the journey of our body and also journey of our soul. A good body is required for a good meditation and for the journey of a soul. So both are mostly interlinked, though not mainly. Therefore, this viewpoint we have to take by mantra has got some special scientific effect. It is not the ordinary prayer, and no such other faiths has these mantras as we have in Hinduism. That is why you can find lots of Westerners today, Germans, Spanish, Americans, in I have seen in some assemblies, they chant Rudram and Chamakam because of this intonation. We have those datas, anudatas, swaritas, dirga swaritas and all. Chatur forms are there, sapta swaras are there. I will come to that in the ensuing sessions. But why these mantras? These mantras give special effect. Swara mantra swaram matrena tat prayogah artha evacha. Mantram jignasamanena veditavyam pade pade. Step by step, whatever you desire, veditavyam, your knowledge. Veditavyam, the knowledge to be possessed. Pade pade, step by step. Mantram jignasamanena. The jignasa is a aupadeshika dhatu, means desire to learn. Therefore, you have to desire to learn. The mantra has to be in the swara, mantra swaram. Swara means the 7 swara, sapta swaras, I told you, the chandas. Gayatri, Ushnaka, Anishtapa, Brihati, Pankti and all I told you. So, these swaras are very important and the swaras has to be used. We have the, for example, Agnimi, Ile, Purohidam, Yajnasya, that is also a Gayatri chandas. And Gayatri mantra is also in a Gayatri chandas. And you have Triyambagam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, that is in the Trishtup chandas. So we have the Gayatri, Ushnaka, Anishtapa, Brahati, Pankti, Trishtupa, Jagati. These are the 7 chandas. So these are the important chandas which we have to adhere to. If you want to say Gayatri mantra, you have to say in Gayatri chandas only, not in some other chandas, not in some other swaras. I could hear cinematic application, cinematic music application in Gayatri mantras. That is for the sake of your enjoyment maybe, but the mantra will not deliver the power you want. You can see my YouTubes. I have given Gayatri Mantra in the Samhita format and also in the Ghana format. You can see my YouTubes. That is the format of Gayatri Mantra. You cannot have any other formats. Therefore, these formats have to be adhered to. Every format. Therefore, then only what happens when you adhere to these formats, they travel along those frequency lines. I told you, when you talk to somebody in a mobile, you have to put the right number so that the right call will go there. Otherwise, the number may not be connected, or it could be a wrong call, or the connection will not be there at all. The frequency will not be there at all. Therefore, every operator, communication operator, telecommunication operator, they have their own frequency levels. Radio frequency is different. In those frequencies, if you go, only you can hear and speak to each other, communicate to each other. Is it not? Simple. Logic is simple. That is why I am going to explain more vividly about these mantras. So Vedas very clearly say, Swaraha mantraswaram matrena tatu prayoga, that prayogam, that upayogam, that application, artha evacha, you will get some meaning. Therefore, these swaras, these sapta swaras, sapta chandas, we have got definitions, which mantras, main mantras have require which chandas, I will tell you. Then only you will reach those frequencies, and reach those devas, the sources, the reservoirs of energy. Everything is energy. I told you about Einstein, who said everything is energy and there is no other way. There is nothing more to it. He has very clearly said. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help getting that reality. There is no other way. This is physics, not philosophy. Very clearly. So, these frequencies, how will you travel? You have got the power of mantras in our Hindu philosophy. Then you got the power of pujas through idols in our Hindu philosophy. Then you have got the power of meditation. They all travel in frequencies in our system, in our Hindu faith. Which religion can offer you such variety of worship to the Almighty, even though He is one, so that you can go to Him finally? And for the journey of the body, you require good food, a good dress, a good education, is it not? We can't talk too much of philosophy, even though our journey is only for 90 or 100 years in this body. But still, we want to have a comfortable journey, and we do not want to be reborn. Rebirth, punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam is certain. Matter cannot be created or destroyed. There is no other faith which explains you. There is nothing going finally to heaven, and there is only one birth. Absolutely, it is, in my opinion, incorrect. There is nothing called one birth as per law of physics also, scientifically also, because matter cannot be created or destroyed. Without that tenet, without that law, you cannot see the world functioning now. If every matter is destroyed finally and perennially, or there is only one birth to every matter, then there is no world. You cannot see this universe. I cannot be talking to you. Everything would have gone. Simple logic. So that is why I am very clearly stating that the power of mantras is one of the way wherein you can approach the Almighty or His juniors, the demigods, as Bhagavan Krishna puts it, to justifiable, legal, honest requirements of yours, not illegal requirements of yours. Honest, you can go to these devas and they will assist you. These are called masters in Dr. Brian Wee's book. They will assist you. Therefore, the power of mantras, the mantra has to be chanted for each of these deity. You don't simply see in other faiths why they said idol worship is not good, because tribes were fighting with each other. They erected some idols and they were not doing what to do. My idol is better than, bigger than your idol. They were fighting and killing. That is not here what we do in Hinduism. We have got the Agama Shastras wherein we do the pradishta, the establishment of the vigrahas. We don't call it as idols. It's a wrong word. Vigrahas in our big temples, and the resemblance of that, if you want, you can take it as a small idol, because you cannot do the pradishta in your house, and that you worship. or give your respects or offerings. These are all very scientific. And people of Hindu faith have not fought with each other over any idol so far. No history is there. My idol is bigger than your idol. Therefore, this is the fundamental object which everybody has to understand. The power of mantras. When you say mantra, the mantras are mainly there in Sanskrit language, which is called Deva Bhasha, and also in Tamil Bhasha. As our Prime Minister says, Tamil is the oldest language, along with Sanskrit. Both are our eyes to the nation. And both here, the rishis, the siddhas, the munis, the acharyas, have written very beautifully in Sanskrit languages and in Tamil languages, the praise or the worship or the methods or the culture we have to follow. Everything has been very beautifully written in these two languages, plus also the other Indian languages. I am not saying no. Therefore, what are these mantras? Mantras are not really prose verses, they are shlokas. Mantras have to be chanted. Mantras chanting has its own formations. It is not that so swaras, as I told you, sapta swara, sapta chandas we say. Gayatrim chandasam matam idam brahma jushaswanaha they say. If you want to chant Gayatri, you have to chant it in Gayatri chandas only. Of the best chandas, Gayatrim chandasam matam jushaswanaha. Jushaswa, you will enjoy, and us, naha, to us. What will be that? The power of Gayatri, the deity, the energy. I would put it as energy of the sun. That power you will have. It is enough if you have that power. You don't want a power for your body or to live inside this earth. I don't want the Paramatma's power. Simple, if I have the power of a sun, more than enough. Why? The power of a very big river like Ganga is more than enough for me. That's all, because our life is only 100 years. It is not 10,000 or 50,000 years. I don't want even the power of the sun. Small powers are enough to make wonders. So, to approach, to lead to those powers, you have to chant mantras which our rishis have prescribed us, which our siddhas have prescribed us. And those have to be done in those chantas, in those raga. To put it very clearly, sapta swara we say in even the Carnatic musics or whatever it is. You have to adhere to that so that it travels exactly on the frequency it has to travel, or it should be made to travel, so that only on that frequency it would go and reach the reservoir of the Deva, reservoir of energy, so that he can come back to you back in the same frequency. He will come back and give you the reward or your legal, justifiable, honorable and good intentions of yours only, not the evil intentions. Evil intentions are for dark energy and dark matter. That is a different thing. Therefore, this is what we have to concentrate on these powers of mantras and chant those mantras properly in those swaras, and we have to have the training. You can see my chantings in the YouTube, like there are various formats which I will tell you in the next 2-3 episodes, and you can see the YouTube like Gayatri Mahamantraha or Mrityunja Gananantva or Mrityunja Mahamrityunja Mantraha, and I have given 1 or 2 Ganapada Panjatis verses in those YouTubes. You can hear them. Hearing will give you, and you can chant along with me also from the YouTube, and that will bring prosperity and positivity to your household, to yourself, and it will create a ring of magnetic protection against you, to ward off all evils. That much is 100% certain. There are spirits. If you want to know a proof that there are spirits, you can please watch Alexander Jacob in YouTube, who was the former Director General of Police of Kerala. in the YouTube of Safari TV, you go to YouTube and type Alexander Jacob. You would have written മരിച്ചവന്റെ ആത്മാവും some കൊലപാതക കേസും, like that. മരിച്ച ആളുടെ ആത്മാവും തെളിഞ്ഞ കൊലപാതക കേസും. That is, the atma, the police says they had no clue of who killed this fellow. One fellow was killed, a shopkeeper. Who was the murderer? No clues. Then through a SP of police who was called Govinatha Menon, I think you can hear that video. He takes it to a specialist and who brings that atma through the body. That body, the atma comes, and the son of the killed person, the son of the death person was asked to lie down, and the son receives his father's atma, and the father talks through the body of the son, identifying the killer. And the killer was caught, and he accepted. There were 3 killers, and the other 2 were also caught by through the help of the first accused, first killer, who identified the other 2 friends along with him, because the dead person did not know the other 2 killers. There were totally 3 killers who killed this fellow. See, you please see, there are all proofs, and it is in the police records, and judgment was delivered by the courts in Kerala, and also in Andhra. He refers to Andhra, so it is the police academy records, they have that. You please see this. Why I am saying there are spirits? So mantras, Vedic mantras, are only for attracting divine spirits. That's what I wanted to say. Vedic mantras in Sanskritam or in Tamil, they are mainly designed only to attract divine deities, godly powers, good powers, even good rishis, you can talk to good rishis also through those mantras, if you practice it fervently and passionately. Okay, my dear friends, the more of it I shall continue in my next episode. Till such time, bhuyat tavat shubhamangalam. Thank you.